Joining me now from Mexico City is journalist Rodolfo Bermejo. In February, Pope Francis said that building walls is not a Christian thing to do. They had a little spat. An Associated Press exit poll here, though, says just 1 in 10 voters believe that immigration is the most important issue facing our country. If building the wall isn't the answer, as the Mexican people seem to believe, to the immigration issue, what do you think is?
See, it is funny because there is a lot of ignorance about the wall. There is a wall already. There is a wall that goes most of the border already. So he wanted to use this issue of the wall to try to say, we are not going to allow any immigrants here. Now, that's a point, and I think it's fair enough from the legal point of view. But reality shows us otherwise. Reality needs a lot of the Mexican and South American and Latin American and Guatemalan and Honduras and so on, not only Mexicans, who go there and work and do a lot of things that basically require a lot of hardworking issues and stamina that most of the American people will not do. And I understand that.
But Rodolfo, there is not a wall. There is a border with many holes in it.
Oh yeah, okay, I got your point. Because there are some places and walls and there is stuff. Now that will not stop Mexicans to go in there. That will not stop people to go there. And as you know, and you know there are some walls in some places. There are also some tunnels, and people use those tunnels to cross and to cross merchandise also and drugs and other things. So at the end of the day, like the question is, do you think the wall will stop them? I don't really think so, because there is a need, and there are people willing to pay our workers to go there.
All right. So if the wall isn't the answer, then what is? What can the Mexican government do in conjunction with the United States to make this immigration problem into the United States disappear, this illegal immigration problem?
Okay, there are several options, some of them that are already working. And there are several proposals that the Mexican government has done and has made to the U.S. government, not to Trump and not to Obama, even before that, even in the time of Bush, but they have not been accepted by the Congress.
What are they?
Basically, I will tell you one. There is a good number, like 25,000 immigrants, Mexican immigrants that work throughout the summer in Canada every year, and they give them temporary visa. It's a visa that they allows them to go and work. And after 3 months, they're supposed to come back. And you know what? 25,000 people go up and down every year since around 10 years ago, and it works very well.
But what happens here in the United States, and I've seen it happen, is that the people come in and then do not go back. They keep staying despite the visa that runs out.
Exactly. That's a big problem because, see, most of these people, they want to come back. This is their home. They would like to come and see their family. They would like to come and stay here for Christmas and so on. But they don't have any assurance they will be given another visa or they will be given a chance to go back and work, which is basically why they went there.
I understand, but there is a process in place where people can apply for green cards and people can then apply to become citizens of the United States. It seems to me that the issue of illegal immigration is that people do not want to go through that lengthy process. Therefore, they ignore it.
I'm not sure. I think most of them, they try to go through the lengthy process. And you know how much is that lengthy process? It takes years,
I
almost
know.
8 to 10 years.
I do know that, yes.
So obviously, if it's going to take 8 to 10 years to start waiting for a work to happen, or they need to pay every weekend, they need to pay some food, and they need to pay some things. I'm not in favor of illegal immigration. I'm the first one who's not. And I can tell you, my sister is there and has been already waiting in those 8 years. Thanks be to God, we are able to sustain, and my brother-in-law is able to sustain a family because they have some investments there, but they've been waiting on that. Most of the people we're talking about, they don't. They need to work and they need to get things done for the weekend, medicines and food and stuff. I'm sure that law has to change and that has to be revised. I'm not an expert, but I'm sure there has to be some ways to make it happen because we need to work. They need the workers, and it's a win-win situation if we see it like that, not if we see it as a hurdle.
I think we're going to have to leave it there. I think we could go back and forth all day long. Mexican journalist Rodolfo Bermejo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for taking care of us.